Hello guys, in today's video we are going to discuss about B-tree deletion. So here I have taken a B-tree as an example question. The order of this tree is 3. If the order of a specific B-tree is 3, then the maximum number of keys can be stored is order minus 1, so 2. And minimum number of keys that can be stored is m by 2 minus 1, that is ceil of m by 2 minus 1, which means ceil of 3 by 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. So maximum keys is 2 and minimum keys is 1 in a specific node. In the case of this B-tree deletion, several cases are there. Okay, so let's look into each and every case of this B-tree deletion. And the first case is I have to delete a leaf node. Okay, that is the first case wherein which the deleted node or the node that I have to delete is a leaf node. A leaf node do not have any children, so the lower level nodes will be leaf nodes. Okay. In the case of this leaf node deletion also, several subdivisions are there, and the first case is that if I have to delete a specific key, then the deletion of that key will not violate my minimum number of keys condition. So that is the first case. Let's see an example. Here we know that 32 is a leaf node. It do not have a right child or a left child. If I am deleting this 32, suppose that 32 is not here. In this specific node, the number of key become 1. So minimum key is 1. So by deleting 32, this is not at all violating our condition, right? The minimum number of keys is 1 and that is preserved even after we are going to delete this 32. So that is the first case in this leaf node deletion. So in such a scenario, I can delete this 32 directly. Here I have deleted this 32 directly. No problem at all. Here the number of keys become 1. This is in between minimum number of keys and maximum number of keys. So no problem at all. That is the first scenario. That is in the leaf node deletion. The first scenario is even after I am deleting a leaf node, it is not going to violate my minimum number of keys condition. Now let's look into a B part. That is, if I am deleting a specific leaf node, it is going to violate my minimum number of keys condition. Okay, specific node, only a single key is stored, that is 31. If I have to delete this node 31, this is actually going to violate by minimum number of keys condition. Okay, because if I am deleting this specific node 31, then this particular node do not have any key at all, and that actually violated my minimum number of keys condition 1, because in a single key minimum number of key has to be there. So let's see how we can delete this 31. So if you came across such a scenario, what we have to do is that we have to borrow a key from either left or right sibling. Okay, so in this case I have to delete this 31. I cannot delete this 31 directly as in previous case of 32. So what I have to do is that I have to borrow a key from left or right sibling in this particular case. Can I borrow a key from right sibling? No, because the right sibling, this particular node have only a single key 35. If I am giving this particular key to this particular node, this is gonna violate our minimum number of keys condition. So this particular node cannot borrow a key from its right sibling. So the only possible way is that he can borrow a key from the left sibling, right? Because here total number of keys is 2. Even if this particular node gives a key to this node, this is not gonna violate the minimum number of keys condition. So in such a scenario, what we have to do is that if a node needs to borrow a key from its sibling, it cannot directly borrow a key from its sibling. Why? Because they are connected directly to a parent node, or a particular node can give one of its key to its sibling only through this root node. So what we have to do is that the rightmost key in this sibling is gonna give to this particular node. We have to move this 28 upward, wherein which this 30 comes downward. So such a rotation will take place, not rotation, such a replacement will take place here. So as we see, this 28 move upward in place of the 30, wherein which this 30 moves downward along with this node 31. So key 25 is stored in this node, 30 and 31 are stored in this node. None of this is violating our minimum number of keys or maximum number of keys condition. So in such a scenario, we can directly delete this 31, right? Even after I am deleting 31, this node still have a single node. So that actually satisfies the minimum number of keys condition. So now we can directly delete this 31. From this, the so many parts are there here and here. I'm just do not rewriting them. But still the changes is only in this area. Okay. So this is how we can delete the node 31. Deleting a leaf node is violating the minimum number of keys condition. We have to borrow a key from either left or right sibling. Borrowing is carried out only through the parent in such a way, and after that we can directly delete the leaf node. Let's consider a third scenario. That is, we are going to delete a leaf node itself, and wherein which I have to delete a leaf node, for example 30. This is 30. Can I borrow a key from right or left sibling? No. Why? Because the right sibling only have a single key and the left sibling not also have a single key. Minimum number of keys should be 1. So either right or left will not be able to give a key to their sibling. So what we have to do in such a scenario wherein which we cannot borrow a key from either left or right sibling? We have to delete 30 also. In such a case, we have to merge this node with one of its sibling. Okay. So how this merging will be take place? I cannot directly merge this 25 and 30 and place this 25 and 30 as the right child of 28, right? Why? Because since 30 is lesser than 28, this condition is entirely violated and we cannot merge the a node with its sibling in such a manner. I can perform the merging only through this parent node 28. Okay, for that I have to bring this 28 downwards. If I bring this 28 downwards, then I can directly merge this 25 and 30 keys can be placed in a single node. Okay, the changes happening here are 28 is brought downwards along with this 25 and 30, and this 25 and 30 are merged, and in between them this 28 came down, and in this particular parent node now only a single key value is present, that is 33, and the remaining child, the right child of this 33 is 35, as said exactly in the previous figure. Okay, so this is how we can merge this node with its sibling with the help of its parent node 28. Now we can directly delete this 30, right? No problem at all, because even if I delete this particular key 30, it still satisfies the minimum keys condition. So no problem at all. So in such a scenario, we can now directly delete this 30 and the remaining 25 and 28 will be placed in a single node. This we were discussing about how we can delete a leaf node, right? So the next case is how we can delete an internal node. If we need to delete an internal node, we have to replace the node with its in-order predecessor or in-order successor. Okay, Then what is this in-order predecessor? Suppose if I have to delete a node 33, 33 is a key value that is placed in an internal node. Thus, if I have to delete this particular key 33, this 33 has to be replaced with its in-order predecessor or in-order successor. First, let's take an example wherein which I am going to delete this 33 by replacing it with its in-order predecessor. Next question is how we can find the in-order predecessor of this particular key 33. In-order predecessor is the largest element in the left child of this particular node. So here in the left child of this particular node 33, 31 and 32 are stored. This in-order predecessor of 33 is actually 32. That is the largest element or the greatest element that is present in the left child of this particular node. So that is 32. I have directly placed this 32 in the place of 33 and I deleted this 33. Since I have placed this 32 in place of 33, we have to delete this 33 here also. So this is the output tree after deleting this node 33. That is 33 is simply replaced with the in-order predecessor of that node. In-order predecessor is the largest element in the leftmost child. So that is here. This is the left child. Largest element is 32. Let's take an example wherein which a key node or a node is a key is removed by placing an in-order successor of the specific node. So here, suppose that in this particular tree, I have to delete this key 60. When I look into the in-order predecessor of 60, here we know that in-order predecessor is the largest element in the left child. So this is the left child of this 60. In the left child, only a single element is present, that is 55. So here 55 is the in-order predecessor of 60. But can I replace this 60 with 55? No. Why? Because if I took this 55 from this specific node, this node will not satisfy minimum key condition, right? So here I cannot choose this in-order predecessor. So in such a scenario, I can go for in-order successor. So in-order successor is the smallest element in the right child. Okay, so this is the right child of the 60 and the smallest element among 65 and 66 are 65. So this 65 is the in-order successor of 60. Here I deleted this 60 and replaced this 60 with this 65 here, and the remaining nodes are written as such. Now, what will we do if we cannot take the in-order predecessor or in-order successor? Suppose we have to delete this key value 60 in this specific tree. Here when I look into its right child, only one key is present, and its left child also, both in left child and right child, single keys are present. So we cannot take the in-order predecessor or in-order successor for the deletion of this specific key 60, right? So in such a scenario, what will we do? That is the third case. That is, if we delete a specific key, it will violate the minimum number of keys. Due to that condition, we cannot accept either the in-order predecessor or in-order successor. So in such a scenario, what will we do is that we will actually merge this key with its child nodes. Okay. As I said already, merging can be only done through this parent nodes because 55 is lesser than 60 and 65 is greater than 60. So if I have to merge this 55 and 65, I can merge these two nodes only through the parent node 60. So here what I did is that I just merged this three nodes. Okay, 55, 60 and 65 are merged together. After the merging, what can I do? I can directly delete the 60 now, because deletion of the 60 will not violate the minimum key condition. So I can definitely delete the 60 directly from this particular node. So the output will be like this. This is what we have to done for a deletion case wherein which we cannot accept in-order predecessor or in-order successor. Here let us take another example, that is in this particular tree we have to delete the key 20. Okay, so this case is the key here is present in an internal node. So that is the case here. In the case of deleting an internal node, we can either replace it with an in-order predecessor or an in-order successor. So here let's choose the in-order predecessor. Okay, so here the in-order predecessor of 20 is the largest element in its left child. So this is the left child of this 20, and the largest element in this left child is 16. 10, 5, 15 and 16. So the largest one is 16, and here I replace this 20 with this 16, and then after that I can directly delete the 20. This is just another example of deletion of an internal node wherein which I am replacing the deleted key with the in-order predecessor. Okay. We have discussed two scenarios, that is deletion of a key that is present in leaf node and deletion of a key that is present in an internal node. And the third case is whenever I delete a particular key, the height of my tree will shrink. That is the third case. Let's see how we can perform a deletion in such a scenario. Suppose in this specific tree, I have to delete this key value 10. We know that if we directly delete this 10 from this specific key, the height of the tree will shrink, right? Because this 5 and 12 will move upwards. So height of the tree will shrink and it will totally violate the B tree condition. So in such a scenario, we cannot directly delete the key value. So what we will do is that we can perform a merging, that is 10 and 35 are merged together with the help of this parent node 20. So after the merging, how this key will be placed? This 10, 20 and 35 will be placed in a single key. 5 and 12 are the left and right child of 10 as such. 25 and 39 are the left and right child of this 35 as such. No change at all. So this is how the merging will be done. Now if we have to delete a specific node like this, we can consider deletion of a key from an internal node, right? So what will we do if we have to delete a specific key in an internal node? Either we will take a key from an in-order predecessor or else we can replace that particular key with the in-order successor. If both of that two cases will not work, then we have to merge this node with its child node, right? So here can I take the in-order predecessor? No, because if I take the in-order predecessor 5, it will actually violate the minimum key condition. So I cannot replace this 10 with its in-order predecessor 5. Can I replace 10 with its in-order successor 12? No, it also will violate the minimum key condition. So the only thing that we can do in such a scenario is we can merge this 10 with its child elements, that is 5 and 12. So now this 5, 10 and 12 are merged together in a single node, and this particular node will become the left child of 20, 25 and 39. Both of these nodes are written as such. No change at all. Now in such a scenario, we can actually directly delete this 10, right? Because even after I am deleting this key 10 from this particular node, it still have two more keys left, so it is not violating the minimum key condition, so we can directly delete this 10 here. So that is, our output will be like this. Now all of our three cases are over. We already discussed about all of the three cases: deletion of key in leaf node, deletion of key in internal node, and deletion of a key that will leads to the shrinkage of the height of the tree. Let's take another example. Suppose in this particular node I have to delete this value 10. Okay. Now 10, we cannot delete this 10 directly because it will shrink the height of the tree. So what this node will do is that this node will ask its sibling for a key. Sibling, what will this sibling do? Can it provide a key to this particular node? Yes. Why? Because even after it is giving one key to its sibling, it will not be violating the minimum key condition. As we discussed already, this sibling cannot give its key directly to the sibling. The key can be passed only through the parent node, right? So here what will take place? This 20 will come downwards and 35 will go upwards. So the tree will be like this: 35 goes upward and 20 comes downward. So the tree will be 10, 20 in this particular node and 36 only in this particular node. Now we have to delete this key 10. Now the condition of the deletion becomes case 2, that is deletion of a key from an internal node. Can I take the in-order predecessor? No. Why? Because only one element is there. Can I replace it with the in-order successor? No. Only one element is there. So the only option that is available is I have to merge this 10 with its child elements 5 and 12. So the merging will take place in such a manner that this 5, 10 and 12 are placed in a single node and became the left child of 20. 25 is right child of 20, written as such. Now we can delete this 10 directly, right? That is, now our case become the case 1, that is deletion of leaf node. If we have to delete a leaf node and if it does not affect the minimum key, or if it does not violate the minimum key condition in a node, we can directly delete the node, right? So here I directly deleted this particular node 10 because it does not violate the minimum key condition. Still have 2 more keys left in this particular node. So the output will be like this after the deletion of the node 10. So this is how basically some of the deletion can be performed in a B tree. So I hope that it's clear.